The air in the narrow back streets of Tokyo is thick with mist. You're walking home late, the streetlights flickering above you like a dying pulse. Suddenly, a figure emerges from the shadows. She is tall, wearing a beige trench coat, her long black hair cascading down her back. But it's the surgical mask covering the lower half of her face that stops you cold. She doesn't move. She just stares with eyes that seem to hold 1,000 years of pain. Then, in a voice like dry leaves scraping on pavement, she whispers, "Am I pretty? Your answer will determine if you live to see tomorrow, or if you become a permanent part of this urban nightmare." Today, we unmask the most terrifying legend of Japan, Kuchisake-onna, the Slit-Mouthed Woman, the Bloody Genesis, a curse of beauty. To understand the horror, we must travel back centuries to the Heian period. Imagine a woman whose beauty was so profound it was whispered about in every corner of the empire. She was the wife of a high-ranking, prideful samurai. But beauty is a fragile thing, and in the halls of the elite, it often breeds suspicion. The samurai, consumed by a toxic jealousy, became convinced his wife was unfaithful. One night, fueled by sake and rage, he cornered her. He didn't want to just kill her. He wanted to destroy the very thing that made her superior. He drew his katana, the steel gleaming in the candlelight, and pressed the blade against her cheek. With a horrific screech of metal and flesh, he sliced her mouth open from one ear to the other, carving a permanent, bloody grin into her face. As she lay dying, he leaned in and hissed, "Who will think you are beautiful now?" But she didn't just die. Her vanity, transformed into a vengeful curse, kept her spirit tethered to this world, waiting for the chance to ask that same question back to the living. The 1979 panic, when legend became reality. For hundreds of years, she was a ghost story told to keep children from wandering. But in the summer of 1979, the legend walked into the light. It started in Nagasaki. Children began coming home, trembling, describing a tall woman with a mask and giant industrial scissors who chased them through playgrounds. The panic was not a joke. It was a social contagion that paralyzed cities. The Japanese police, usually stoic, officially increased their patrol strength. Teachers led groups of 50 students home because parents were too afraid to let them walk alone. There are even records of people carrying Beko-aim, amber-colored hard candy, in their pockets, because rumors spread that the spirit was obsessed with the smell of pomelo and would stop to eat the candy, giving you time to escape. For a few months in 1979, the Slit-Mouthed Woman wasn't a myth. She was a fugitive that the entire country was hunting. The fatal encounter. The anatomy of the question. If you meet her today, the encounter is a psychological trap. When she asks, "Am I pretty?" your instinct is to say yes to be polite. That is your first mistake. She will slowly peel away the mask, revealing a mouth that is no longer a mouth, it is a cavernous, jagged wound held together by stitches and raw nerves. She'll ask again, with blood dripping down her chin, "How about now?" If you scream or say no, she uses her rusted, oversized scissors to snip you in half. If you say yes, she decides you should share her fate. She takes those same scissors and carves your face, ensuring you have the same ear to her smile. There is no mercy in her world, only a twisted desire for everyone to understand the agony of a beauty destroyed. Kuchisake-onna is more than just a ghost. She is the embodiment of our fear of judgment and vanity. Next time you walk alone at night and see a masked figure, remember, Some questions don't have a right answer. If you want to explore more dark mysteries from across the globe, subscribe and join our journey into the unknown. Leave a comment below. What would you do if she approached you? Stay safe and stay curious.